It doesn't work just by
doesn't
doing
work.
that. No, you have to plug it into your phone, look.
It doesn't work. Oh, it does work. Oh, that's nice.
I found a solution.
Ooh.
Hi. Oh,
Good evening, everybody. Watch fingers.
Welcome to Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. Now then, we've got a very special hour for you.
Oh, Sam, I think we might need to turn the sound off on the TV.
I was like, I'm sure I can hear my voice coming from somewhere.
Now that was weird, wasn't it? So we have a new
There we go.
way
We have a new post-it note
of giving you the codes.
Here
We
she
don't have
comes.
post-it notes anymore.
Who left that on again?
Here comes Hannah telling us off, doing a bouncy thing.
I left the sound on the TV.
You left it on.
Yep, the second
Okay,
time
so
today.
Hannah left the sound on the TV. Get out the studio. Go on.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Right, welcome to live shopping here at Highlight Crafts. Now we've got a very exciting show, Diane,
We
haven't we?
haven't we?
Based on Diane's trip to Germany.
Yes.
Can I just say, Sam, there's no details on our screen.
Ta-da!
Were you waiting for me to put? I'm sorry. No, shut up, Melanie. Get back in your corner. Right, so yes, based on your trip to Germany
Yes,
recently.
based on our trip to Germany. So we went to Cologne and we did a couple of places on the Rhine. And when we went back to Cologne to get the flight back, we had a couple of days and we went to the Botanical Gardens, which was amazing. And I saw parakeets and all kinds of things, so it was fabulous. I was playing with my new lens on my camera, so yeah, that was great fun. However, we walked through lots of beautiful, beautiful plants and areas, and there was the most stunning rose garden. And there were roses, there were literally roses in every colour, every variety, every step of bud to full bloom and everything. And I just thought, do you know what? A rose garden would make a beautiful download.
Yes,
So I took lots of photos and I came back and showed them to Stephanie, and then ta-da!
I know, just like that, girl, like that. All we do is just walk in the office in the morning and go, and it all happens.
It all happened, yeah, that's it.
Can
As
you
simple as
imagine
that.
a day like that?
Imagine.
Wouldn't that be fabulous?
Wouldn't it just?
So we've got Minecraft Studio for you as downloads. Now there's two separate ones, or the best deal is to buy both together, and they work perfectly together, don't they?
They do, yes. So
Which is fabulous.
You know, you do your flowers. It's a beautiful rose-themed download, but obviously you always need butterflies. And I just thought, do you know what? Let's find some butterflies that we can let everybody play with that are just absolutely gorgeous.
Right, so let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop first of all. So you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and on our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either of our social platforms, we're going to show you a product, and that product will have a code. And all you need to do is type shop and then that code into the comments underneath the video, and that will put that product into a basket for you. It's as easy as that. We've got a new young lady started with us. I don't know how old Emily is, but she's not very old. She's very young, isn't she?
She's the new youngest person, I
New
believe.
youngest person.
Yes.
And even she was impressed. She went, wow, that's easy. I went, yeah, I know. So once it's in a basket, at the end of the show, you'll get a message into your direct messages, DMs.
DMs,
so we're
yeah. We're sliding into your DMs.
Getting down with the kids.
Get down with the
about
kids, aren't we? We'll be saying in it soon.
Oh, well, right?
No, not off.
In that message, there will be a link. You're going to click that link, and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where you can log into your account and then check out. It's super, super important that you're logging in, because then you get your club discount, your loyalty points, and on a basket spend over £35 free postage. But this is digital.
Yes.
So this is free postage, which is amazing.
Yes,
so you
absolutely.
could literally pay for this now, put it in your basket, check it out, download it, and you could be using it with Diane by the end of the show.
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
amazing is that?
It is amazing,
and
isn't
it doesn't matter whether you're in America, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you are, you can do that. That's brilliant, isn't
And if you are logged into your account when you check out your basket, then if ever you, for any reason, need to reset your computer or you change your computer, you have the download in your account forever, so you can re-download it if you needed to. So make sure you log in when you actually check out, definitely.
Fabulous. Now you can also order directly on our website, highlightcrafts.com. Simply go on to Watch Live, click the play button, and as soon as that show starts streaming, you will see all the items in a column down the side of your screen. All you're going to do then is select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will appear in the little red shopping bag at the top of your screen. Super easy. Then when you're ready to check out, you're going to click on that shopping bag and that will take you through that process as well. You can also shop ahead. So from midnight tonight, you'll be able to shop tomorrow's shows by going on highlightcrafts.com homepage, and there's a banner that says shop today's deals. Click on that and it opens all of them up.
It does.
Brilliant.
Yep.
Right, Diane, shall we swap places and
Shall
then we
we?
can show
Go on then.
what exactly what we're getting in
Let's
this?
have a
I'm going to
look.
put my fan back on. If it's too noisy, let us know and I'll turn it off.
Okay. We have got the fans on the show, by the way, and we've not got many of those left at the moment, so we're hoping to get some more in very soon. So we're getting, in this particular download, some beautiful toppers. So you can see these here. Now you've got lots and lots of toppers, and we've got different colourways as well. So it's not all the reds. They are absolutely gorgeous. You've got the yellows in there. You've got pinks in here as well. Really, really beautiful. So you can see you've got all of those. All of these gorgeous toppers. Lots and lots and lots. And you can see each one is very slightly different. So we've got all of those beautiful toppers there.
Diane, imagine these on sublimation on a mouse mat.
Yeah, just beautiful. And then we've got backing papers as well. So the backing papers are stunning, and it's just absolutely, I love the fact that we've got the beautiful florals, we've got the really strong bold florals, but then we've also got the smaller detail patterns. So you've got your matting and layering in here as well. And you've got designs in here that will work for all occasions, and they don't need to be used with the florals as well.
No.
This is just an absolutely fabulous download to get with to add to your stash. Beautiful, beautiful backing papers. Lots and lots of those as well. Again, we've got the different colour tones running through there. So you can see here.
Look at those papers.
Just glorious, glorious. And this has got a really, really soft, kind of a soft focus vintage tone to the download.
It's lovely.
It just, when I saw those flowers, it just literally made me think of vintage floral artwork, and I just thought we have to do this.
A bit shabby.
Little bit shabby, yes. And then we've got sentiments as well. You've got the sentiments in all the different colours again. So you've got sending you a bouquet of love, a rose for every thought of you, wishing you joy that grows and grows, love blossoms where you are. So you can see you've got all the different colours here. So you've got you make life blossom, bloom with grace, forever in bloom, just like our friendship.
Oh, that's nice.
Lovely, isn't
it?
it?
Absolutely.
And strong petals, soft heart, just like you. So you've got lots and lots of really heartfelt sentiments in here as well. And this is a Micro Studio download. So the toppers are PNGs, and the sentiments are PNGs, and the backing papers and the topper sheets. You have got topper sheets as well. They're JPEGs as well. So everything works within Minecraft Studio. So that's the Rose Garden download. If you did want to get that one on its own, I believe that one is $19.99.
You can shop
$14.99.
Shop Rose. Shop Rose, $14.99.
Yeah.
But we've got a better deal than that.
We have got a better
So let's
deal.
have a look at the second one.
So the second one is our Flutterby Beauties. So these are, again, gorgeous butterflies. So we've got some very bright and contemporary colours in here, but again, a soft vintage finish to them, and also a bit of a vintage style as well, a bit botanical in style.
They're lovely.
So you've got lots of individual butterflies. You can see there, we've got all of those here.
So I printed these off on the transfer paper this morning onto the dark one and cut them out and with a pair of scissors. I had a really nice time. Went and sat in the studio last night for 20 minutes in the quiet on my own.
Just cutting out?
Just cutting out butterflies with a pair of scissors.
Lovely.
And then put them onto a tote bag. So if you were wondering, because we got a few people ask where they were from, this is where they were from.
And there you can see, so these are the pre-made toppers for you.
That on the front of a journal is done.
Yeah,
right?
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
It's
And it
amazing.
looks dimensional. You've got all the butterflies on there. You've got all the colours. It's just going to work for so many different occasions. And then the backing papers. I love these. These are some of my favourite backing papers we've ever created. So you've got the butterflies on there.
Fun.
And then you've got the polka dots and the ginghams and the plaids as well to match.
Yeah, they're
really
beautiful.
bright and colourful.
Yeah, I love
it's
that.
really going to cheer somebody's day to receive a card made, or even a gift box or anything that's made with
Absolutely.
these. And then again, you've got the ones to give you matting and layering and your extra detail on your projects as well. So you've got those in there. So that is the Flutterby Beauties download.
Okay, so that one is Shop Flutter, $11.99, but you can get both together.
Yes.
Okay, so if you like both of them, instead of buying them individually, you can buy them under one code, which is just fabulous. And remember, there's no postage either. And that code is Shop Bundle, and it's $19.99 for both.
Yes.
Which is just brilliant, isn't
is,
it?
yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right, let's talk about printables, Diane.
Okay.
Because this, even though I use premium pure print for my backgrounds, I use my regular pure print for my reflections, because you
Yes.
can't put it on the scan and cut that,
Yes.
because it wants it to keep it.
Yep.
But look at the difference in these. I mean, it's just extraordinary, isn't it?
It is, and it really depends on the finish that you're looking for
Yeah,
when you're actually printing. So,
absolutely.
the regular pure print is this one at the back. So the one you're looking at now, this is regular pure print. You can see it's beautiful in tone. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really crisp on the print. Really, really beautiful. However, as we go towards the ones at the front, you'll see the colour difference is just incredible. It's so much more vibrant. It's so much more, I guess the details are a lot more crisp as well. So the premium pure print does have a coating on it that actually allows the ink to just, well, I don't even know what it does to the ink, if I'm honest with you, Mel.
It's because the fibres are so tiny.
Yeah.
So if you imagine you're working on a piece of watercolour card and you put a pure colour down, and as you drag it away, because of the length of the fibres, it moves, it runs, and it becomes paler and paler.
Yeah.
When you've got fibres that are really, 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 that's what premium's like.
Yes.
Regular pure print, sorry. When you've got premium, because the fibres are so tiny, when the ink's dropped from the printer head, it can't move anywhere.
Yeah.
So it holds its clarity, it keeps its purity and colour, and that's what you get. It's like having millions and millions of pixels versus hundreds of thousands of pixels, isn't it? That's how I think about it.
And the thing is, it makes it look dimensional as well. So, so some of these flowers on here, these softer ones down here, they actually look dimensional. They literally look like they're jumping off the page with the premium. So again, it depends what look you're going for. So if you're wanting to stick with the vintage look and the softer tones, then the regular pure print is the one for you on this one. If you're wanting the more vibrant colours and the crisp finish, then it's the premium. However, we've also got the decoupage paper, which gives you a slightly different look as well,
doesn't it?
I love the fact that, I mean, I thank you, Amanda, for printing all these out for us. So this is our decoupage paper, and you can see here it's kind of, it's almost muted it. It's kind of taken the saturation down a little bit on this one, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, absolutely. It looks like it's in more of a soft focus.
Yes, it does,
yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I like all the three together. And what's really interesting when you use all three together, because for me, this looks like velvet.
Yeah.
If you look at these dark roses down here, they literally look like they've been flocked.
Yeah.
It gives you that clarity of colour. And then when you look at them up here, it's completely different. But the two together work brilliantly.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, it's important when you are, if you are getting really into your digital crafting, if you've just come across it, and it was you that got me into it, because you said, well, so everything's printed somewhere. And I was like, yeah, now I can't get that paper anymore, and I can't go and buy it anymore. So now I need it on a USB, and we haven't got it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So therefore, I get it now, but I do still think you need lots of different papers, because you will get lots of different looks with them, which is important.
Yeah.
So let's just go through these one at a time. If you want your regular pure print in 250, that is shop pure, and it's $12.99. I can remember the prices by now. If you want that in 140, this is the one that I always print my reflections on for my scan and cut. That is shop 40, and that's $12.99. If you want the 250 in premium, you've got this as shop 50, and that is $14.99. And if you want this one in 140, that one, it is shop premium, and that's $14.99. And the decoupage one, now this paper is really clever because you can roll it and it stays.
Yes, I think we might have some in the box.
It stays where it is, which is just
this has been
bonkers.
I think this is about 3-4 weeks this one's been rolled now.
Oh, absolutely.
And this teddy bear, you can see if I actually...
See, that's on regular cardstock.
Yeah.
Now, if I try to roll that like that, you see how it starts to crease. So when I unroll it, you've got creases right throughout it. Okay, it'll do, but this is amazing. So you just start on the corner, get your thumb in there, and then you can literally roll it. And roll it and roll it and roll it and roll it.
Straw.
I am, but this is the best bit, look.
Yeah, it's holding its shape.
Look how amazing that is.
Just imagine that on your journals and your scrapbook pages, or your memory pages that you're going to frame into your box frames.
Absolutely,
yeah.
But also with this, cut it up there now, and you've got somewhere to put your little bouquets in on your card, because it's going to hold its form.
Of course, yes.
Right, that's just come to me in the blink of an eye. Hey, I'm waking up now, it's nearly time to go on.
There we go.
Now then,
Question.
yes,
Sharon.
Yes, Sharon.
Will all these papers work on laser printer?
Yes,
Yes, I believe so.
absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, because we print on laser on these
Of course
all the
we
time,
do,
don't we?
yeah.
Right, acetate. Now, this is printable acetate. I don't know if this will go through
It
your laser.
absolutely will. So our printable
it?
acetate is really unusual, Mel. So one side is for
weird.
inkjet and one side is for laser.
Oh!
Yeah.
So the smooth side is for inkjet.
Yeah.
And the rougher side is for laser.
Yeah.
Well, I never knew that.
Yeah. And
Every day's a school day.
And also because it will take the heat of a laser, you can also use your foiling pen on it. Did you not know that? Either?
No, I didn't.
There you go, you see. So the Craftmaster Printable Acetate is an incredible product. It really is an amazing product.
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
So tomorrow at 9 o'clock, I've got those rub-ons that you don't rub on.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
Literally, they're kind of like lightly press-ons.
And I'm printing on printable acetate.
Yeah.
And then I can add my gold foil on top of that. Right. Katie, if you're watching, I need the foil pens added to tomorrow's show, please. Wow. That's amazing. Oh, I didn't know. I never knew that.
I don't know how you never knew that.
I don't know how I never knew that because somebody never told me.
My fault. I'm going to blame Amanda.
Listen, you're the one that dropped all the prices because you want people to like you.
Hey, you know what?
Hey!
Do you know, every time I come in this studio and I'm not actually stood behind the counter, it's, oh, Diane's here, she's going to tell us off. So I had to do something to make everybody my friend. So I just slashed all the prices. Didn't tell anybody till we were like, well, it's too late then, isn't it? Stephanie wasn't here, so...
Oh, well, Stephanie wasn't here. You can't, that's it. You're in charge. Rice paper. This is going to be beautiful. I mean, look how gorgeous that is.
Yeah.
On your wooden boxes. Now, we had 2 of the wooden wine boxes on earlier on a deal. It was on the, I want to say, 1 o'clock show. Yeah. So check that out because there might still be some available. This would look lovely on a wine box.
Yeah.
We're talking about those boxes. I have one in my bathroom that has all my muslin cloths in.
Yes.
I have another one in the lounge that has all my wax melts in.
It's a great idea.
So I don't use them as wine boxes at all.
They're just storage boxes,
They're just storage boxes. They're fabulous. Right, Shop Rice is going to get you 20 sheets for $12.99, which is fantastic.
Just looking at that though, Mel, if you've got that on half of your box and then one of these papers on the other half of your box with a border around it, just to give you the effect on there, and also you could pop a different one on the lid to contrast or on the inside of the lid. You've got all these different options. It's
phenomenal,
just gorgeous, isn't it?
I love that.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, these are fab. Okay, I feel a shop coming on again.
Another one.
Did you see this weekend? What we were like this weekend? We've got a new supplier coming in. Not new to, because we've known them for a long time, but new to you. Well, maybe not new to you guys, because you'll probably recognise them as well. But oh my goodness me, we're all like, I need that and I need that. Sam's going, oh, my granddad needs that. And my dad, honestly, brilliant.
Should we tell them who's coming?
Well, you can tell them because
you're
in
I've kind
charge.
of put it in an email that's going out tomorrow.
All right, let's leave it as a surprise then.
Okay.
Everyone's going to be like,
oh,
sorry.
See, now she's the bad guy.
Yeah, I'm always a bad cop, aren't I? I'm always the one that's in trouble when I'm not here. Right, holographic printable sheets. I am, honestly. Holographic printable sticker sheets. How amazing is that? Oh, I love this now because we can see how to fold the paper to get you to see it properly. Look how reflective that is.
Can you imagine that printed onto there?
Diane. Look at that. It's like a
Beautiful,
spotlight, isn't it, as it moves around. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that would be stunning. Right, if you want that one, shop Holo, H-O-L-O. Make sure that it's on your screen anyway. Down from £14 to $11.99.
Didn't know we got saving on that one.
No, you didn't do
Is
that
this
one, did
you?
No, I wouldn't know how to change a price on our system if I honestly forget it. No idea. And then we've got sticker sheets. Yes. And these are going to be great. So maybe you want to print one of these out and just, you can either put it in your scan and cut or use a circle die or even a circle punch them all out, and these can be the seals on your back of your envelopes.
Beautiful, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So sticker sheet, shop sticker, you're going to get 10, is it 10 gloss and 10 matte, Sam, I think. So 20 sheets, $11.99. Yeah, I've done well remembering all that.
Amazing.
That's because I do it every day. Give me something that I don't do, forget it.
That is amazing.
Right, my lovely.
I'm just thinking we could print the butterflies onto there and let the kids have them to make their own sticker books and scenes and things.
Fab, aren't they?
Yeah.
Right, shall we do demo?
Shall we do a demo?
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Love it.
Let's whiz round.
Let's say hello to a few of you while Diane gets ready. We've got Pam joining us and Karen. What would you use to stick acetate onto the Holo, please? That's a very good question. I would probably...
The stencil spray, stencil adhesive work?
It would, but I don't know if it would be permanent.
Oh, okay.
You want a spray adhesive though, I would say, or a full sheet of double-sided adhesive.
Yeah.
If it's edge to edge, you won't see it because it'll be covered, so there's no with glue and without glue. So yeah, I would say that. Oh, see, Marina says, no, Mel, tell us now, please. I'm in hospital all day tomorrow. Signal will be awful. Oh, Marina, I hope you're all right. Go on then, tell her.
On Sunday, we are welcoming the lovely Simon Isles and his Piranha products, and we are super excited because we were looking at the videos earlier, weren't we? And literally, I was like, I need that one, I need that one. Okay, let's look at the next one. No, I'm not going to need this one. No, I need that one. Okay, what's next? Yeah, definitely need that one.
Honestly.
Genius products, aren't they?
Yeah, I need all 4 of them, I'm not going to lie. And also, we've got Michelle joining us from Sticks 2.
We have, yes, that's
I've known
very
Michelle
exciting
for
as well.
decades. So
And
it'll be lovely to catch up with her.
Friday and Saturday, we've got Debbie Moore.
Debbie Moore.
Debbie Moore with her first shows, and she's got some amazing offers going on her brand shop as well. So yeah.
So a mix between highlightcrafts.com if it's our brands and liveshopping.vip.
Well, all of the products will be available on liveshopping.vip, but for the Highlight products for our club members, obviously they will be available on the Highlight website. So you'll be able to shop ahead as normal on the Highlight website, and then all the shows will be on live shopping because it's an event on there. And we've got all the third parties in. So Jamie's in, Emblems are in, Pinflare,
Mark Vardy,
Silver. I feel like there's somebody else. I'm trying to go through the schedule. Sticks 2. Debbie. Piranha.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. It's going to be
amazing.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, we're live 8 till 4, aren't we?
We are.
Saturday and Sunday. We've done all the rotas, all the team are in, so you'll be able to say hello to everybody. And yeah, all these amazing guests are going to be here for the whole weekend. So we know it's going to be a scorcher, so get your mobile phone fans ordered.
Yes, get your phone fans. Oh yes, we didn't do those, did we?
We didn't, no.
Right,
yes.
Can we have the code? There you are, shop mobile. Oh my goodness me, it looks like they're flying. They're like mini helicopters. Now we think they'll all be white. You might get a pink one or a blue one, but we think they'll all be white. And 3 of them for $9.99. Now you bought something on Amazon, didn't you? That makes it work on all phones.
So if your phone has a USB-C connector, this, as it stands, doesn't fit your phone. However, basically, when we sold them originally, we had a couple of people email in, and I was about to buy them, and a couple of people emailed in and said, "Oh, I've received them, but they don't fit my phone." So I said, "Oh, I think David said in the show about an adapter." So then the next day, a lady emailed me. She says, "Bought some off Amazon, brilliant, works of trees." I said, "Well, how much were they?" She said, "They were £3 for 4."
Oh wow, that's pushing the boat.
So basically, what I've done is I've bought a pack of these. So this is a micro USB to USB-C adapter. So this doesn't come with your fan. So your fan has a micro USB socket on it and a lightning point on there. So if you have an iPhone 14 or earlier,
like mine,
like Mel's, or you have one of the older Android phones, you're absolutely fine with them as they are.
So all I did for mine was plug that into there, and then black just goes straight into there. And there's Mr. Bojangles.
There's Mr. Bojangles. So then for mine, what I do is I get the adapter that I bought separately. Like I said, there's just a couple of pounds. You can get just a single one for less than £1 if you wanted to. I just pop that onto the micro USB one on there. So it's a micro USB to USB-C connector. I plug that into my phone, and then that's mine.
Brilliant, aren't they? I love that.
Oh, and that's Lanzarote.
That's Lanzarote. Yeah, that's not
holiday.
Mr. Bojangles. Yeah. That's Lanzarote. Yeah, it honestly, it's brilliant.
And they are brilliant. They really are cooling, aren't they?
Yes. Right. So Mrs. H999 says mine were white, worked brilliantly with the adapter. Brilliantly.
Brilliant.
Right. Then we've got Angela says I've got a Piranha peeler. Brilliant. So Piranha is all about kitchen gadgets, and oh my goodness me, they're amazing.
Yeah, and that V-knife and the peeler that goes backwards and forwards.
Yeah, like that. But you have to do that noise or it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then chips. Potato in, boom, done. Brilliant. You'll love Simon. He's one of us. He has a little bit of a naughty sense of humour, so it could, and he's with me.
Yes, he's with you. And our Sam's on camera, so you'll get all the shots you need.
Yeah, you will.
You'll see
Absolutely.
all the close-ups.
Phil Watson says,
Hi, Phil.
Micro Studio and Debbie Moore on the same channel. Lock up my credit card. I know I'm going to be like that with Piranha. I've already got my list. I need all 4, please.
Yeah.
Right, brilliant. So there's loads of you joining us. Thank you ever so much
I'm going to get ready
for
for
your
a
company.
demo, Mel.
Yeah, absolutely. Wendy Corbett says, I've just ordered the butterflies and checked out. I may not have MCS with having a Mac, but I have a feeling I would love this download. Yeah, absolutely. Now, is there something they can do to get to the artwork on a Mac?
if you have got a
Because we've
Mac
been talking about this for ages.
Yes, if you've got a Mac and you've got any other graphics program, you can use this artwork in it. So whether you use, I don't know, Canva or Photoshop or any of those other pieces of graphic software. Microsoft Studio as a program itself was built for PCs, so Windows PCs. It won't work on a Chromebook and it won't work on a Mac. There are a couple of ways that you can alter your Mac to make it work. One is Boot Camp, which is relevant to Macs of a certain age. It has to have, I think, an Intel processor. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But basically, it splits the hard drive on your Mac into two and treats one as a Windows one. But you do still need a Windows license for it.
Right.
And then there is another way, which is a program called Parallels. There is a cost to that, and I think you still need a Windows license. It's not something we can support with because obviously it's your computer. It's up to you whether you choose to install any of those bits on it. However, we do have some information. If you wanted to email help@highlightcrafts.com, we'll send you all the information we've got and then you can decide whether you want to go with it that way. But as I say, if you've got a graphics program of any kind on your Mac, absolutely you can use this artwork in there. That's why we don't lock everything down and everything.
Brilliant. That's exciting. And let me just find this one. Sewing Runner Patchwork Guy. Question, can you print your images on your printable fabric sheets to create your own patchwork cushion kits? Is that allowed?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There you go. And this is on our printable canvas done on a regular inkjet printer. So the answer to that is yes. What? Diane is bringing us all the tips and tricks this evening. That's from Highlight Crafts. Right, we have Love the Decopage Paper, says Alison Young. Will all these paperworks on the laser? Yeah, we've done that one. Those roses look 3D, great camera work. Say R, Ethan.
No, there you go, Ethan.
Get your hand on your shoulder, give yourself a pat on the back, kid. That's good.
Doing a grand job.
Right, my lovely.
Right.
Let's have a masterclass, shall we?
Okay, so the first thing I wanted to show you was...
move over here and then I can
yeah,
watch.
no, that's
Is that
fine.
all
So
right?
I've mentioned that these photos, these are based on photos that I took. So I wanted to show you the photos.
Yes.
Well, a couple of the photos that I took, because I took a lot. That might mean that volume 2 comes at some point in the future. But I wanted to show you because I also wanted to show you where you find your photographs. So in this top left box, so this is where we find the actual downloads that we've got on here. However, this box reads everything that is anywhere on your computer. So if I scroll up here, you'll see that this is where documents is. So if your photos and other elements are in documents, that's where you will find them. You will click on there and it will show you all the bits in documents. So that might be where your photographs are. But mine are on the desktop here. So I just scroll up to the top and you see we've got the desktop there. And you can see I've got a folder called Diane's Pics. And this is Rose Garden Inspiration 1, 2 and 3. So you can see these are my original photos here from when I was in that botanical garden. So there's just 3 of the pictures that I took. So you can see this is where the inspirations actually come from. And that's how you get to your photographs. So basically, if they're on an external hard drive, you will find that in here. You'll click on this PC and all of the bits that you've got plugged in will show. So we've got... The one that we used on these shows is called Dr. Dre. There's a whole story there. Andrew named it. He's got one that he uses called Snoop Dogg, and this one was called Dr. Dre because it was the next episode. So who knows what the next one's going to be called?
I had to ask what it was about because I'd never heard of either of them.
Yeah, exactly. It's an Andrew thing, but he's not here at the minute, so we can just gloss over that. Gloss over that bit. So that's the external hard drive that I'm working on. And you can see here, this is where we've got the Rose Garden, the Flutterby Beauties. Family Favourites Volume 5 on here, Mel. That's for tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning, 8
Tomorrow
o'clock.
morning, 8 o'clock, that one's
Beautiful.
on. And then we've got the Rose Garden download. But one thing I do want to show you is once you've got your photographs onto the page, you can do anything with your photographs that you can do with Microsoft Studio.
Can you?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we go into the Effects tab, we go to the Colour section, and we use the hue slider.
No way.
And your photographs are now working in exactly the same way as everything else does in Microsoft Studio. So you can take your photos, if I take that back to the beginning, you can take your photos, take the saturation down all the way to black and white if you want to. You can increase the saturation, you can do absolutely everything else.
I never knew that.
You can emboss your photos, so if I copy and paste this one, so it pops the second one over the top. I'm just going to click off and click on so that I'm on the top one. I'm going to move that slider. Don't panic that it goes grey. That's the bit where people
This is
panic.
my favourite new toy, this. I love
It is
emboss.
amazing, isn't it? So then you use the bottom slider.
No
it gives
way.
you kind of an etched stone look. However, when we reduce the opacity on that one, you then get the embossed look
no way.
on your own photograph. And this is on the Micro Studio software, which is how much on our website to download?
Free!
Free on the Highlight Crafts website to download.
Do you know, Diane, my mum and dad, I think it's this 21st, which is Sunday, isn't it, would have been married 70 years this year.
Wow.
And when they had their golden wedding anniversary, so 50 years, they had a party. And my mum took these slides in from their wedding. Amazing. And for the first time ever, she saw everything in colour.
Oh,
because they were black and white, but the colour apparently is already there. They just didn't have the technology to bring it out at that time, so it's already there.
I did not know that.
No,
That's
so when
incredible.
she went to the photographers to get, because we did a whole board of the wedding pictures, they were all in colour. She just burst into tears in the middle of the shop.
Oh,
Because
that's
it was like,
brilliant.
now
I had
know
no
what
idea about that.
Amazing.
Oh, I might need to get one of Mum and Dad's done then, because Mum had apricot roses, and it's just it's a thing for us now. It's
Exactly
apricot
that.
roses are just the
Amazing,
memories of
isn't it?
Mum, yeah.
Yeah, it was a proper. I've got goosebumps now thinking about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Mum, I know.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I've got
Properly.
them now.
Right, yeah, she's like, yes, I did. Yes, there you go.
Amazing. That's amazing, isn't it? Wow.
Brilliant.
Okay, so
I love that.
yeah, so your own photographs, things that Alice has drawn and you've scanned in and saved it as a JPEG. Oh my god! Because you can scan scan anything onto your computer, save it as a JPEG file, which is a standard file type for anything that you're scanning into your computer. Bring it into Minecraft Studio. You can do all of this with it. So, you know, maybe you've got somebody who lives the other side of the world. The kids have done some drawings or paintings, and you want them to make a card with it on. You can bring it in. You can tell them, oh, okay, so you've changed your mind. You don't want it yellow. You want it pink, right? Okay, let's sort that out, and then they print it out.
So if I scan in my photographs,
Talk with my hands a lot, don't I? I'm just doing that.
I do that all the time. It's really difficult when you stand
I think
like
it's because I'm
that.
over here on my own. I'm going like this. All the space.
If I scan my photographs in on a scanning mat on the scan and cut, I can scan to USB, and it's a 600 dpi scan when you do that. So I could then put that USB into here, bring it into Minecraft Studio, and do all that.
Absolutely. Yeah. The only thing that would happen is your photograph would come on very, very big.
Right.
Mine came on small because I've saved them down just because of what we're doing here. So your photograph would come on very big because photographs are massive files.
Right.
And because you're scanning it at 600 dpi, it would come on big. But all you would need to do there, if I just get one of mine back on, so all you would need to do, where are we? Desktop. Hands picks, there we go. Just get this one back on. So say it's come on this big.
Yep.
Yeah, all we do down at the bottom, we click on width or height, and we're in centimetres at the moment. It can be inches if you want to. So we click in the width box, and if I say I want this 15 centimetres, press enter, it changes the size. So you don't have to worry about shrinking it a bit, moving it, shrinking it a bit, moving it. Just shrink it down to something that you know will fit on the page, and then resize it to the size you actually want to work with.
Wow. I never knew that.
There you go, see.
Oh, now I need to go and get on the photographs.
Yeah.
Not yet, though.
That's a whole other ball game
Oh,
for Mel
my
now.
goodness me. You've started something now, haven't you?
Okay, so let's have a look at the Rose Garden download. So we're going to have a look at, toppers to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag on a couple of the toppers to show you. So they are sized, ready to go onto your cards. The white area is an A4 page. So these are literally sized, ready to go on. So they're 7.5 centimetres in square, so just under 3 inches. So just a nice little size for you to mat and layer, but also to collage as well. That was one of the ideas behind this, was kind of your journaling, your collages, and adding lace to it and all that kind of thing as well. So we've got the different colours on here. So I'm going to grab a couple of the different colours. So let's grab one of the vintage yellow ones as well. And then we'll grab one of the pink ones. And then I'm going to go into the Flutterby Beauties download. So this is the butterflies, and we'll grab a couple of the butterfly toppers, and I'm going to go for completely contrasting colours.
Okay.
So we've got these ones, we'll go with this one here, and then we will go with, let's find something completely different. Got all these colours you've got here,
they're gorgeous,
so many
aren't they?
colours to choose from. I'm going to go with this lovely blue one here, so this one there. So I love the fact that on these toppers you've actually got a little bit of vintage wallpapery style artwork behind it. So what we can do is we can change colours. If I click on this one here, you've seen how we changed the colour before, but we'll do it again quickly. So we go to the Effects tab, we go to the Colour tab, and we click on the Hue slider, and we just drag that along, and it changes in real time, so you can have it shades of red, shades of blue, shades of green. Take it back to the beginning, and it goes back to the original colour. Now I'm going to use this particular one to show you. I'll just show you that one again with the Hue slider. So shades of red, shades of green, shades of blue. But if I take that back to the beginning and use the rainbow slider, you'll see that we get different colours. So the different colours within the image change to different colours. Yes. So it kind of kaleidoscopes. Yep. So there you go. You can see that work in there. And that's different for every single image, because every image in the world has got different levels of colours within it. Mm-hmm. Now, these are all very different colours. Yeah. But if we press the Select All button and then use the Hue slider, it literally changes them all to exactly the same tone, so that you can then have all of those. You need to get Mel's face right now.
Sorry about that. But so you don't even need to group it?
No, don't need to group it, because if you group it and then ungroup it when you've finished, it will change them back to the original colour, because it thinks you want to start again.
Oh, right.
So you group it afterwards when you're doing this one.
I need to do more shows with you. Do you know what? I was laughing at Amanda the other week, because I walked past and she's like that, watching you, stood at the side of you. And now I'm doing the same thing. Now I know why she was stood like that. Sorry, Amanda. Shouldn't have laughed at you, because I'm exactly the same. That's blinking brilliant.
Yeah, I've no idea how it does it. So I'm going to take that right back to the beginning. Wow. So you can see all of those different colours on there. You've got the pinks, the blues, the purples, the yellows, the reds, the oranges. And then as soon as you start to move that slider, they all start at exactly the same tone.
Oh, my word.
It is just such a clever system. So clever. And this software, remember, is free. It's the download that you're paying for today.
I can't get over that. Why are we doing it?
I actually think that all of those in that shade of red are just beautiful.
They are, absolutely.
They're really beautiful, aren't they?
Wow.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move some of these ones to the side, and we're just going to play with one of them at the moment. I think I'm going to go with that butterfly one. So one of the things that we can do, we can resize them if you want to. So you can resize them up and you can resize them down. I'm going to take this one down quite a bit. And you'll see we've got the white boxes around the image. So they're the ones that you use when you're wanting to resize. If you use the side or the top or bottom, you'll actually squish or stretch the image. So out of proportion. Now that may be the look you're going for, and in some instances it works. But if you want to change in proportion, you use any of the corners. I'm going to pop this down in size quite a bit there, and then I'm going to press the tile button, and that button changes these boxes to blue. So now we're going to pull this one along, and we've got a border. And if we take it back, we can pull this one down, and we've got a vertical border. Wow. But if we pull the corner one, we've actually got a whole backing paper. Now, this is a backing paper because they're small, but if I just use the undo button, which is everybody's favourite button,
yeah, absolutely,
and resize that back to there, what we can do there is we can tile, and we can actually make, so this is if you're batch card making, yeah, you can actually fill the sheet with multiple toppers. They're all identical, so you know that if you're wanting to, maybe you're wanting to make 4 cards and you want to have the butterfly, you want to cut out the butterfly and decoupage it on and curl the wings up on the second layer, then you've got that, and you know it's exactly the same size because it's tiled the identical image. It's exactly the same image, it's just replicated it. You don't have to copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. If you want to, you can. But if you want to make your own sheet by putting another one on there, so we'll pop that one there, bring this one on, and we'll tile that one, and we'll pop a couple of those on the page. So we've now got a unique topper sheet that is ours. You have got topper sheets on here already, but if you want to make your own, you've got that option within the software as well. So that is one of the things that I wanted to show you today.
Wow.
So yeah, so hope you guys are keeping up at home. Any questions, please do just let us know. And we'll try and get through as many as possible. Something else I wanted to show you was, let's have a look. So where are we? So I want to make a topper. So I'm going to go back to the rose garden, and I'm going to go into the topper. So you have got topper sheets. So you can see here, if you wanted to use a topper sheet, you've got full topper sheets ready for you. So these are the ones where if you're going to a craft club or you're wanting to make something for a specific event, but you're not quite sure which one and you want to cut 2 or 3 out to see which one works best, you've got those as an option as well. and you've got all of the topper sheets. You've got 10 topper sheets, and you've got all 10 in all of the different colourways. So you've got that one there. But what we're going to do...
I have a question from Linda. Linda says, please can you tell me how to tile 2 images that have been grouped together?
Right, okay. I'm going to jump off what I was doing and I will show you that now.
Sorry, Diane.
No,
and then
fine.
I need to read this out from Bridget. My mum and dad's 60th anniversary is a week tomorrow. Their photographer did 3 10-inch by 8-inch photos in a frame, which he very carefully, delicately painted the colour over the black and white photograph, and you wouldn't know they weren't colour photos. The actual album is all black and white. It's amazing, and on my parents, which is lovely. How fabulous. Alison Young says they would make lovely coasters. Absolutely.
Would, yes, definitely.
Sharon Edwards has been with you since the beginning. She said it's lovely to see us both together.
Oh, thank you, Sharon.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, everybody's loving it. I am now thinking the butterflies will be good to practice my 4-pen with. Yes, they will.
Yes,
absolutely.
Definitely, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Right, Diane, sorry.
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the butterflies to load up because Dr. Dre's having a bit of a moment at the minute, so bear with us. It's just gone a bit slow. So we're just waiting for those to load up. I'm just going to put one onto the page. Oh, actually, I pulled on one that actually works quite well with this topper, so that was quite fortunate. So you can see here, I'm just going to pop this butterfly onto this page. Just going to shrink it down a little bit and pop that butterfly onto there. So you can see that there. I'm just going to zoom into the page a bit more so you can see that he's there. I'm also going to pop a little drop shadow on him as well, just so that we can get a little bit more differentiation there with him. So I'm going to pop a little bit of drop shadow on. Just move this bottom slider along here, and it just gives us that little bit of depth there. So you can see it just lifts him just a little bit, gives us a bit more detail. Now, what we can't do is we can't tile a group. We can't. There's a few things we can't do with a group, and that's because the software sees all the images individually still, so it doesn't know which bit you want to tile, which bit you want to go where. What we can do is we can save the file, and then we can crop it, and then we can actually tile it. So if I save this file as a JPEG, so I'm just going to save this as a topper and save it as a JPEG file. So you can save the files as Minecraft Studio, which means you can come back in and edit them. You can save them as JPEGs or PNGs, and the difference there is one will have a solid white background and one will be transparent. So I'm just going to save this one as a JPEG for now. We're going to save that one there, and then we're going to delete both of those bits off the page. And then we're going to come back out here, going to go back to our files, and we're going to go to Documents because that's where it will have saved it. There we go. And we called it Topper. There we go. So we're just going to pull that onto the page. So then we're going to crop this. So we're going to click on the crop button, and then when we click, it fades out the image and we can crop the design to exactly where we want it.
Okay.
And then we press OK. And now what we can do is we can tile that, because that is now your own unique image which you have created, and you can then tile.
Wow.
So you can see that there.
So design it, save it as a JPEG, import it back in, crop it,
absolutely,
and then tile it.
But if you want it transparent, which is if you're wanting to lay it over the top or something, which I'll do that one now. So we'll do that one with the butterflies. You need to save it as a PNG. So that's why I wanted to show you that one, so I can show you the difference.
Right.
So remember, when we bring that one on, it's got the solid white background on it. We're going to go back down to our butterflies. Excuse me. And we'll pull a couple of these onto the page. And then we'll go with this one, and this one. Okay, so we've got a few butterflies on there, so we're just going to arrange them so that they are in a little bit of a cluster. So we'll go there, we'll shrink that one down a little bit, it's a little bit bigger than the others. Put that one there, put that one there, and then we'll maybe pop that one over there. And then I might just nudge those two. Actually, you know what, I'm going to have them fluttering up rather than along. Pop that one up at the top, shrink it down a bit, have it that way. See, I'd got a demo planned with this, but I've already changed it 3 times in my head while I'm doing it.
You
it's
can
amazing,
lose
isn't it?
years doing this, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But what fun you'd have.
Just going to pop that one, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Just going to pop that one down there. So what we're going to do now, we don't need to group them. What we're going to do is we need to make the page transparent, because if we save it as a JPEG, you've already seen it will come on with a white box around it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the brushes tab. We're going to click on constants, so this box here, so drop down. And in here, so This kind of shows you the
think I've
age
ever
of the
seen this.
program, because these constants are the colours that the guys who built the graphics program told us were on trend when the program was built. So these were the colours that they said everybody would need all the time.
Okay.
So you've got lots of colours in there, and you can pick a colour. So no, maybe not go with spring green. Let's go with tomato, and you can set, and it sets your canvas to that solid colour. Okay, so we can do that. However, we also have one called transparent. So when you set it, that canvas disappears. Oh, Mel's face.
Sorry. Right.
I feel like I need to have my phone video in your face.
You do.
Right, so what we're going to do now is...
Okay, so if I want to do a digital punch out of black to scan in, do I use that to bring on a black page?
Yes, yeah, you can set that as black, yes. Yeah. Yeah. What you would just need to do is you would just need to save your solid colour as a JPEG file. Yeah.
And then
I've done that with white before to get me something that I can digitally punch white out of if I want a white flourish on something.
Yeah.
So you can have, I've got loads and loads of colours saved on mine just as solid sheets. So we've done that now. So what we need to do is save the file. So we're going to save this as Flutter, and we're going to save it as a PNG. So we're going to save it as a PNG. I always save them as pro quality. You do have different options on there. It just changes the file size and it changes the quality of the artwork. So we're going to save it as a PNG pro quality. So we'll save that there. I am also going to save it as a JPEG, even though it's got the transparent background on there, to show you what happens if you do that. So we're going to call it Flutter. Oh, hang on, where are we going? I've got a home button there instead of a back button. Bear with me. Call it Fluttery for this one, and we'll save it as a JPEG. So we're going to save it. Okay, so now I'm going to put my page back on. So to do that, all we do is go back to that box, make it white, and press set. So we're going to go to Files. I'm going to go back up to Documents, which is there. And then you'll see here we've got Flutter, which is our grouped image, and we've also got Fluttery. So this is the one that we didn't save as a PNG, even though we made it a transparent background. And in the Micro Studio Club, there's a couple of people that have done that. So part of the lessons has been saving the different file formats. There's a couple of people posted in the group that it had saved it as black, even though they changed it to transparent. And they worked out between themselves before I'd even seen them post that they'd saved it as a JPEG instead as a PNG, as a JPEG, even though it was transparent. But it needs to be a PNG.
Wow.
And it's just, I'm not 100% sure what it means, but it's just the different file formats. But doesn't that look nice on the black?
Now, can I tile that if I crop? So could it?
Yeah, all of it. So
I need to join your club.
So what we can do is we can click on crop, and we can crop this one.
Wow.
And we can press OK. And then we can also crop this one.
That's crazy.
And we can press OK. Okay, so we've now got, so this is our original one, so we can delete those ones off the page. So I'm just going to press the delete button off my keyboard. Just going to pop this on there. I'm going to come out of the page so we can see more of it. Pop that up there. Just shrink it down a little bit. Tile it. And there.
Oh my goodness me, look at that.
I mean, I honestly, I think that looks beautiful on the black, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it pops, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? So what we've also got now, though, is this one here.
That's lovely.
Which we can shrink down a little bit. You don't have to shrink it down. You can have it whatever size you want it. I'm just going to crop it just a little bit more because there's a little bit of space just at the top there. And what I did there, I'm just going to cancel that and do it again. I pressed on crop and I just clicked on it because that activates the crop feature. Right. So then you can pull the handles in and out to exactly where you want them instead of having to kind of guesswork where you're drawing the box. So click OK on that one. We're going to tile this one and we've got that beautiful butterfly background there. Now what we can do though, Mel, is we can come back down to our backing papers, and I'm going to come back down to the backing papers for Rose Garden because I want to show you that these work beautifully together. I'm not sure why we're not previewing on this computer at the minute, but I think it's because it's been switched on all day. So I'm going to grab one of these and I'm going to go with background number 4. That's what the index sheets are for.
Yes, print your indexes off. We had some green binders yesterday with 60 pockets in. Perfect. And they'll be perfect for your indexes.
Absolutely perfect.
I love that paper.
Right, so we're going to send that to the back.
Yeah.
And then we are going to fade it down. So we're going to go to Effects, and we're going to fade that backing paper down. And there you've got your butterflies over the top of your backing paper.
Wow.
And then I'm going to fade the butterflies down just a little bit, but not too much so that they're still quite prevalent there. But then what we can do is we can come back to the butterflies and we can just grab any butterfly. So we'll go with this one here. I'm going to make this one quite big, pop it down here, rotate it around a little bit. And we're going to fade that one down a bit so you can start to create your own rice paper designs.
Wow.
So we're going to fade that one down. We'll bring on another backing paper. In fact, we've got the sentiments in the Rose Garden one as well. So we'll bring on a sentiment and we'll just go with this one here. So there we go, soft petals, strong heart, just like you. So we'll pop that just up towards the top, just where we've got that butterfly backing paper, just not quite there up at the top. We'll bring on another backing paper. So actually we'll bring on one of the backgrounds from the butterflies one now. So we'll go with, let's go with this one. Look at the colours on that one.
That's the colours of my craft room, that. Yeah.
So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to change the colour and I'm going to soften it just a little bit. So I'm going to bring the saturation down a little bit and take the brightness up a little bit. So it's just soften it to those orange tones within that particular image.
Right.
I'm going to fade this one down quite a lot because I want to be able to see a lot of what's going on behind it. So you see we've just got that detail there, just a little bit of shadow going on. But then I'm also going to fade the edges because if we come to the softer edges section, we can fade the edges of that one. And if I make it back up, if I go back up and make it a bit stronger, you'll see. So we've actually literally faded the edges. So we've got that there now. So we've got that little bit of detail on those butterflies, blending in with the butterflies that we created. And this is the thing with Minecraft Studio, Mel. You're creating your own unique designs. We give you the artwork. You imagine we've given you, if it was a paper kit, we've given you the sheets of all the butterflies that you're going to cut out, and then you're going to stick them on your paper wherever you want them. You're going to make your own patterns, but you're doing it digitally, and then you're creating your own backing papers. You're going to print them as many times as you like. But what we can then do is we can go into the layers tab and we can switch the layers on and off. So if you want to switch the big butterfly off, there's a backing paper for you. If you want to switch the butterflies off, there you can see that's a totally different looking backing paper. Same file. So save your file as a Minecraft Studio file with the layers on, and then you can see that we can actually start to make matching papers that actually coordinate perfectly but give you such a different look. But yeah, I love it.
It's just mind-blowing, isn't it? What was the brief like? What did you tell the guys that you wanted when you were doing Minecraft Studio? Can you remember all those years ago?
So, yes,
When you were young.
I can actually, all them many years ago, when I was still at school. So basically what happened was, Stephanie and I were working with a paper kit, and it was not long after I started working with it, to be honest with you. So we were working on a paper kit, and it was a paper kit where you got kind of 32 sheets of those texture papers, 32 sheets of those, that colour, the same 32 in that colour, and we just not quite got the right shade of pink to go with the decoupage that we were working with.
Right.
And Stephanie sat there and went, well, you know, I wish I could just change the colour of this paper. And that's literally where the idea came from.
Wow.
It just sparked a whole conversation with Stephanie, myself and Carl, and Minecraft Studio was born. So we basically said to the guys, we want something that does all of the most amazing things that all the other softwares does, but we want it for crafters. We want it, I don't want to have to learn to use a polygonal lasso tool. I want scissors. I don't want to know that I'm changing.
Sounds like a lasso with several wives.
Exactly. No, polygonal.
I can't even say that.
But you know, we didn't want all the technical jargon in there, so literally Minecraft Studio is literally a program that we created. Now I didn't build the program. I'm not that clever at all, but I'm nowhere near that clever. But I worked hand in hand with the guys who built it. So they bring it to us. They'd say, "Oh, we've got this feature. It does this. It does this. Okay, so let's call it a digital punch." They were like, "Well, no, because this is the technical term for it. Not bothered about the technical term for it. It does what a paper punch does. We're going to call it a digital punch." Yeah, but it does the inverse and inverse, outverse, blah blah blah. It's a digital punch. That's what we're calling it, and it's stood the test of time.
Absolutely.
Minecraft Studio Elite has been about now for, I think Minecraft Studio Elite is 13, 14 years old. It still works on Windows 11. It still works on all your Windows software.
Clever, isn't it?
And it's a free piece of software that is there for you to download.
It's mad.
But yeah, every time we released a new feature, we'd already got a list of other features that we wanted, but we brought it out a feature at a time because it was so new that we didn't want to overwhelm everybody. So we brought a feature at a time, upgraded it to everybody, and it is now the same as it's been for 12, 13 years.
And that tells you everything you need to know, doesn't it? Right, Sam just wants us to do a quick whip through of these sheets again.
Okay, I haven't
please,
made a mess
Diane.
of them. So shall I do the Flutterby one?
Yeah,
while
you do the
have a look
Flutterby
at
and
that
I'll
one?
organise.
Okay, so this is the Flutterby one. So again, these are all parts, this is Shop Flutter if you just want this one on its own, and this is $11.99. So you're getting all of those butterflies. So I literally just worked with 4 of them on the sample that I just showed you on screen. And you're actually getting 40 different butterflies. So you can see all of those there. They're absolutely beautiful. The colour tones are phenomenal. The guys who did this for us just did an amazing job. You can see we've got toppers in varying sizes. And what we also did with the toppers was we didn't make them perfect because the whole point of this is to go with the Vintage Rose collection. So you can see some of these, they've got wobbly edges, and they're meant to have wobbly edges because they're meant to look like the things that... Remember when, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, my mum would have all kinds of old scrapbooks and things like that, and they'd got things in them that looked like this, or the bits that came off cards where they'd been a little bit torn, and I loved them as they were, and that was the look that we wanted when we brought this one. So you can see there, and then we've got these couple of amazing toppers down at the bottom that's just got loads of butterflies on it. It's literally a card front on its own. And then you've got the backing paper. So this is Shop Flutter.
I love those.
And again, the backing papers, you've got those beautiful butterfly ones, as we just saw the one on screen. And remember, these backing papers are such vibrant colours, but you've just seen, I changed it to match the colours that we were working with.
It's amazing.
And it then became a very soft peach colour.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing, isn't it? Are you still finding new things?
Yeah, yeah.
I love a product like that.
It is amazing, isn't it? Because you kind of, you think, right, okay, I've seen somebody do that with something else. I want to work out how to do it. And it might not be the way the program's intended to use it, just like you do with the scan and cut. But it works a way round to getting what you want out of it.
Absolutely.
So this is our Shop Rose. So this is the Rose Garden download, which is $14.99. So you can see you've got these beautiful, beautiful toppers, and they're just that lovely soft vintage look. You've got the script on there, you've got the detail, you've got the flourishes, you've got some text on them, you've got kind of almost like notebook pages on some of them as well. Lots and lots of those toppers. You've got them in the yellows and the pinks, and then we've also got the backing papers. So again, you've got those really strong florals, and then you've got the beautiful patterns to match. You've also got some soft wash textures in here as well, just for your matting and layering, so that you've got the differentiation between your layers. You've got the plaids, you've got I love those paint ones as well. Really different.
They're fabulous. Now, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, we've got family favourites, but after that, we've got rub-ons that you don't rub on.
We have.
They're the best rub-ons you've ever used, let me tell you. And these would work beautifully with that.
They would, wouldn't they? Yeah. Yeah, the papers would work beautifully. And actually, these sentiments would work really nicely as well, wouldn't they?
And again, that's what we're doing. We bring one extra thing that reinvigorates all your stash. Right, we're out of time.
We are.
I know.
So quick.
Wednesday, I was going to say Thursday's gone in a flash. That was quick, because it hasn't happened yet.
Next Wednesday already.
We will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early. Don't miss family favourites. It's absolutely beautiful.
Owls and cats.
They're gorgeous.
They are.
And we've got a ram jam-packed day. And don't forget, get your seat ready for Saturday and Sunday, because we've got 16 live hours over the 2 days.
Yeah.
On Monday morning, I'll be asleep on the counter like that.
We'll be at the best like this.
But it'll be brilliant.
It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. Right, have the lovely rest of your evening, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. Thank you, Diane. Thank you,
Mel.
team.
See you soon.
Bye.